end up in one of those situations where you're asked to share something profoundly personal. You know, that dreaded fun fact about yourself moment. I tend to spend more time than I should thinking about what I should say. Do I say that I was classically trained to sing opera? Do I say I used to design costumes? Or do I say that, well, actually, I ran away from home at 16 with nothing but the clothes on my back? Yeah, that one usually ends the icebreaker pretty quickly. That story, though, the one I used to avoid telling, is the one that shaped my entire life. And if you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or like the odds are stacked against you, I really want you to hear this. You can dare to live the life you've always imagined, no matter where you start. When I left home at 16, I didn't even get to pack a bag. I had no plan, no safety net, no backup. Just me, my clothes, and the sudden realization that adulthood had arrived early and very unapologetically. It wasn't exactly rolling out the welcome mat for me. I had to figure out how to finish high school on my own while working my job at Target. Learning suddenly how to be an adult, balancing homework and paying for a car, gas, and insurance. It's not exactly the fond high school memories type of experience anyone dreams of. They say high school is about finding yourself, and I was too busy finding an extra shift to pay the deductible. Beyond the daily struggle, there's this unseen bureaucratic barrier. As a minor without a guardian, you're legally prevented from signing contracts, leasing an apartment, or even accessing essential medical care. I had to get creative. I couch surfed with friends. I moved in with a boyfriend before I turned 18. And the whole time I carried around this mix of fear and panic and sheer survival instinct. Living paycheck to paycheck takes on a whole new meaning when you have no one to fall back on. Looking back now, as a corporate executive, I remember how it felt to be that girl, that scared teenager trying to act like an adult. The kid who knew that if I didn't figure it out, nobody else was coming to save me, and for years I hid that story. I felt ashamed. Like if people knew, they'd see me differently. But now, I share it because I know it's the exact reason I made it. It shaped my resilience, my determination, and it gave me the mantra I say almost daily. Nothing I face now is harder than the life I started at 16. It reminds me of this post I once saw on Facebook that said, I have to be successful because I'm both plan A and plan B. That one hit me hard because that was my life. I didn't have the luxury of a safety net, no plan B, no one to fall back on. And maybe that was just me. At least I thought so. However, if you're lucky enough to have a plan B, celebrate it. That's amazing. And be sure to treasure those who are there for you. But if you don't, if you're like me, you get scrappy, you get resourceful, and you find a way to build a life people say was impossible. When an ex-boyfriend casually suggested I'd peak as a secretary, he thought he was setting my limit. Instead, he gave me a personal invitation to prove him wrong, a challenge I gladly accepted, and a challenge that would further shape my life beyond just being 16 and figuring out the world around me. I'm sharing this so you know I'm not just another business person who picked up tips from a seminar or some cookie-cutter career path. Every lesson I share with you was learned the hard way, with blood, sweat, and yes, many, many tears. Nights crying in the corner, nights not knowing where I'd sleep, nights wondering if I was going to make it at all. And I want to share my journey with you to inspire, to share courage, and to really tell you that you can do it. Courage grows when you face fear head on. Focus builds when you have no other option. And perseverance becomes second nature when giving up just isn't on the table. That's how I went from a runaway teenager to a corporate executive. And it's exactly why I believe you can do whatever you put your mind to. So if you've ever been told that's impossible for someone like you, I want you to hear me loud and clear. That is not a limitation. That is your invitation. An invitation for you to write your own story, to build a life others only dream of, to succeed, not because it was easy, but because you decided to stand on that rock screaming to the world that you made it. And that's why I'm here, to share the real, hard-earned lessons to help you on your journey. Because if a terrified 16-year-old runaway can build a career, a life, and a future, so can you. Stick with me. This isn't just tips and tricks. This is a survival turned into strategy. Pain turned into power. And trust me, if I can do it, you absolutely can too. Thanks for watching, and remember this. Your past is a foundation, not a ceiling. Go build your future. It defines your potential. Go make something amazing happen. Thanks for watching. And if you found the inspiration you needed to start designing your amazing life, show your support by liking and subscribing. Want to keep the conversation going? Let's connect in the comments. Until next time, keep building your future.